Okay, we are live. Alright, well, today is, if you can't tell the title, the day I intend to finish Stalker Shadows of Chernobyl. It is entirely possible I will not finish the game, but I highly doubt that is the case. I say this because, well, I didn't look up any Let's Plays or anything to spoil it. To avoid spoiling the game, I mean, I'm not sure how you would spoil a game by not looking up Let's Plays. But anyways, as usual, only reason I'm not starting in with the game is because, well, Stalker does not like the Steam overlay. Hey, just let me make sure I've got video. Minimize, since for whatever reason that has a bit of an odd thing. And let's get started. Apologies for the lack of sound. It's just last episode, if you weren't there, what happened was there was this segment where I had like NPCs where I had this like voice in my head constantly talking. Hey, so just to recap. Last episode, I got stuck to a point where I actually seriously started looking up to see if there was a God mode for Stalker. There is a console, but strangely enough, there is no God odd mode or any other cheats. Or if there are, they're really well hidden. I did try messing, and what I ended up doing was just remembering, oh yeah, I can use grenades. So since I don't think that I'm going to have the same problem, I'll set it back to Stalker difficulty. I also shared this on another Discord. So I might have a few new people in the chat. I'm going to find it funny if I end up not needing my dots blocker. If you want to see what my current loadout is, here you go. A Gauss rifle, or in what is called in the base game, a coil gun. And this is the F2000 I was so hyped about last episode. Integrated scope and grenade launcher. I was trying to figure out if that was hitting me from behind or what. The good news is that it does not look like there are any more grenade or sections with radiation hazards. Or if there are, they're not for a while, and I'll probably pick some off the bodies of the enemies I kill. In hindsight, I probably should have maybe I should have turned off subscriber chat, if only because, well, I did share this on Punkalopi's Discord. Seems stupid to use a shotgun at that range. Reminds me of, you know, like the Freeman's Mind and whatnot. Kind of reminds me of one of like the spin-offs that was offsite or like inspired as for Red Faction. And that weapon right there is the aforementioned coil gun. If only these were thermal goggles instead of, like night vision. I say this because I can't tell if that's just, like, a shadow or... So let's see here. I wonder if it'll show me how many enemies I've killed. Actually, wait. Oh, wow. I've killed a lot of stalkers. Strangely enough, I'm finding the light to be better than the night vision. Admittedly, this is the lower quality one, but... So one thing I'm thinking of, so it seems like every other so far every or I've upgraded something every few weeks or so. I'm starting to think it's time for another upgrade to the stream. Would you care to guess what I'm going to upgrade next? I was thinking of upgrading the overlay. And I would need a tiny bit of help with that, but not in the way you're thinking. You're just asking, but you can hear me, right? But anyways, what I was thinking I'd do is I'd use one of the free ones, use it for a couple streams, and in the meantime I'd look for someone I could commission one from. Okay, I should probably start off with the gas gun. Kinda wish this was like the Factorio railgun in the sense that like you could get like you could like pierce through enemies. Got a nice cool water bottle with me here. Friedrich der Groß. But yeah, as I was saying, like, I'd probably just choose like one of the free overlays. And in the meantime, I'd like look for someone who does decent missions. It is a very good weapon. The only real complaint I have is the rate of fire. Like, I'm not expecting it to be, like, automatic. Like, I'm not even sure I've seen any science fiction in piece of fiction that's been, like, an automatic railgun. Like, I've seen ones that have it as artillery, but never, like... which, come to think of it, is the much more realistic option. Like, I'm fully expecting, like, a battleship or a tank to have one within my lifetime. If I'm not mistaken, this one is in Call of Quick Chat and Clear Sky, so... you will see it in the future. It's a yeah, like, I mean, like, honestly, like, I think that like, if there is one science fiction weapon that they're gonna adapt, it's caseless ammo, which is actually a thing. By the way. Oh, there was actually a prototype rifle that used it, the G11. I'm kind of surprised it isn't accepted because as there are weapons that are in mainstream use that basically you get rid of the problem of hot shell casing. For example, the P90, which is ambidextrous. This has the shell casings eject out the bottom instead of the top or the side. I can see, like, an automatic railgun working actually as, like, a high-grade turret or something, but as, like, a handheld weapon, yeah, no. You know, there is one thing I've always found odd about railguns, namely why they have so many different names. I have to wonder if there's, like, actually some distinction between the three. Like, railgun, coil gun, and Gauss gun, like... Or is it just personal preference? Well, like when I said I wish the fire rate was faster, what I was thinking was more like just pull the trigger or and you get to use it. If only I could open this, I could probably like flank them. No, I can't push it. Still, that wasn't actually a terrible idea. And it's right out of my reach.
Скоренько вдали его, пока не ушел. Ты труп, мужик. Тебе крыша.
This feels like some, like, final scene to some, like, forgotten, like, 90s action movie now. Main character is, like, severely wounded, surrounded by all enemies. Exhausted.
Все, крышка тебе.
In an abandoned place. Yeah, something weird happened the other day. Like, I'm loading in a save a few seconds earlier because if you don't know, loading a save alerts all enemies. The weird thing that happened was, like, I had I, like, died, but because my body, like, hit the part where was, like, ragdolled or something, I ended up loading into the next level. I actually am, like, half tempted to, like, clip it and say, did I enter the back rooms? And the funny thing is, it's like, it's not even like it let me play on the normal thing. Like, it was like I had, like, no-clipped it in something. I'd normally just sell those, but I don't think I'm gonna have a chance to go to the merchant anytime soon. Funny thing is that there was actually a glitch that I would have kind of described as the background. Rooms like...
Ну покажись давай, трус! Все, ты труп! Прикрывай, я пошел! Получи-ка! Все, ты труп! Прижми его! Все, где прячешь? Крышка! Прикрой, мужик! Граната! Побереги! Все, ты труп! Давай, держи от меня! На, жри! Ты труп, мужик! Ты крышка! Хоть где прячешься, Давай, я пошел! Сейчас мы тебя срежем!
It was very strange, and, like, I genuinely did not know what happened.
Все, крышка тебе! Дай ему прикурить, я обойду! Черт! Иду! Ты покойник! Куда же он спрятался, а? Прикрой меня! Ты покойник! Вот где прячься, отыщем! Слинял, собака! Искать!
Oh,
Спрячешься!
so you may have heard about like how iDubbbz is getting a lot of flack, and the thing is, a lot of the people who it's for the same reason like H3H3 kind of gets a lot of flack nowadays from like ex-edgelords, but ooh, I really wanted that. Let's drop a save here. Well, the thing is, one of them who's kind of like left the Edge community, he is a guy named the Tipster. I've seen his newest content. It's actually pretty good. Like, he outlined the reason, namely the community was just too toxic, and it was like not and the funny thing is that like a lot of like the people in that community will look down upon anyone that leaves, but the thing is, they seem to forget that there is an example of someone who stayed but still had things implode on him. Just him. You may remember the name Monkey Jones. It's one. It's fine if you were a fan of him. I'm not judging you on that. Rather, the thing that I'm bringing it up because, well, what happened in his personal life, which, to be fair, I do not blame all of it on. Like, YouTube hitting him with a ban so many times a good chunk of which probably were unfair. I mean, I am against edgy content in general, but there is a difference between someone just making a few edgy jokes and someone like posting like hate speech, which YouTube has actually banned people for like responding to debunk. Let's hope the new CEO is like more understanding. Like, I actually would at least understand it if like they made it so that if they removed both the offending video and like the response, it would at least be consistent, but that's not what they do. But anyways, the reason why I used Mumkey is because, well, what happened offline, like, he had this girlfriend who was pretty cute and supported him at his works even when he was banned. So, what would you... So... Oh, he ended up cheating on her with a nonce. Someone who actually cheated on him, who, if I'm not mistaken, had and tried to hook up with a minor, or well, she was with him. I forget the exact details. There's this channel called Cecil McFly that did a full video breakdown, which, if you're interested, I'll react to on Saturday. Is on Sunday's stream. What do you think that guy was doing? I wonder if there are any games where you can, like, die and still complete the game. And I don't mean, like, you die but you respawn. I mean, like, your corpse is registered as dead at the exact moment, but you still... will, like, list it. Like, one game I know you can actually, like... like, beat, even if you defeat, thanks to a bug, is this game called Two Worlds. It was supposed to be an Oblivion killer, but it didn't. But that's not what happened. It was actually because of an oversight. See, what happened is you encounter the main villain in, like, the first area. But the thing is, for whatever reason, the devs did not make him invincible like you might expect. So what ended up happening was players realized that if they trigger... I'm gonna guess this isn't as good. Yeah, this doesn't even have night vision. What would happen is players would trick a villain into attacking them while they were surrounded by NPCs in the first village you encountered him in. And as a result, the villagers from the first town would attack the final boss, and what would end up happening is the game would count it as him winning as you killing him at the end, and like, that's the strategy speedrunners use. What do you think the odds of Enya playing this game are? I say this because I don't know if she does FPS games, but on the other hand, I would consider this a horror game. I don't see any reason why I can't just, like, take stuff off of the bodies of incapacitated NPCs. like, she did say she was looking to play into horror, and I would say that this is more atmospheric as opposed, but this isn't, like, as scary as, like Outlast or something, which would terrify our favorite genius, tall genius girlfriend who's boing boing. Like, I'd be willing to bet, like, if we could convince one of the other V-Shoujo girls to, like, get in the game and figure out like how to get it to work as bug-free as possible, we could probably talk her into playing it. Hell, maybe perhaps we could, like convince V-Shoujo to, like, do a charity drive for Razom for Democracy, and they could have some of the V-Shoujo talent play this game. Since this is by Ukrainian devs, after all. I guess the only thing I could maybe see an obstacle is I don't know as if she plays first-person shooters. Like, there's another VTuber called Elara, not a VTuber member, who said she's not into either horror or first-person shooters. Which makes it all pretty much guaranteed she's not touching it, since, well, you can actually, like, play this as, like, a third-person shooter. I'm betting most people would consider this as an FPS.
Эй, ты! Ты не думай, ты от нас еще не ушел! Прижми его! Он же, сволота, где-то рядом! Мать вашу! Мать вашу! Мать вашу!
I'm guessing that door is what I'll find the end. Ding. Like, I could actually see, like, a lore reason for her to play this. Like, this could be, this could, like, some of the experiments in Stalker could be, like, established as being similar to the ones in the lab she was founded. So, like, they would, like, call her upon her expertise for clearing them. Or alternatively, it could be that she's, like, yeah, I'm guessing. You know, I'm honestly glad that, well, Pena was able to re-debut for a few reasons. Like, I did not, for example, get to see Isana from Hololive before, since I didn't really get into VTubers until after she graduated. And from what I understand, it's not something she did by exactly did by choice. Like, this wasn't like something where she was harassed off. Like, I remember hearing, like, she had, like, some injury which made it painful for her to sit for a long time or something. If that is not the case, feel free to... Man, if only I had a weapon that could use that. And I'm guessing this is a... But yeah, like, I don't think this was a case where, like, she was harassed into retirement. And from what I understand, it doesn't seem like it's a case where she, like, would have parted ways. Now what? But yeah, as I was saying, like, I'm glad because, well, this isn't... Okay, AI do not just, like, jump in and let it descend into the light. I highly doubt I brought the wrong armor, like... Can't be... Here, take a corpse. Maybe they want, like... Hello? That's something that would get them to respond. I'm here to discuss refinancing your car insurance. Okay, so it's not shooting that. What am I supposed to do? Unscrew the hinges? I have my phone here. Okay, I do have to shoot out the orbs, but with what? Okay, that looks like the solution did something.
Hello, Strelok. I see you have many questions for me. Well, ask them. We are the result of an experiment aimed at creating a super consciousness called sea consciousness. The consciousnesses of 7 volunteers were connected during the experiment, leading to the creation of the super consciousness that is us. We immediately subordinated those who were conducting the experiment and assigned them to tasks we needed them to carry out. According to our calculations, Earth is surrounded by a special informational field, the so-called noosphere. It includes all the inhabitants of the planet with cognitive abilities. Our main goal was to make small adjustments to the noosphere, allowing us to remove things like anger, cruelty, greed, and other negative factors from the planet. Individuals are unable to affect the noosphere, but sea consciousness could. Unfortunately, we made a mistake, and our interference spawned the zone, which we had been trying to contain ever since. What you see is the result of ill-considered intervention in the Earth's noosphere. Attempts to affect the noosphere brought about a local crack. The zone is simply the visible manifestation of this crack. The underlying problem is far greater than you can imagine. You're a bolt that fell out of the machine. Unfortunately, that did not come to our attention for a long time. From the moment the zone was formed, many people have tried to get to its center, but we cannot let that happen. Humanity is not ready for the truth. That is why we recruited stalkers by promising them the fulfillment of their most coveted desires. Once recruited, they would be sent to protect the zone's secret. It was the best place. After the explosion in 1986, there were very few people left in this area, and we could work without fear of being found. Further, there were many powerful antennae here, which are extremely important for our cognitive optimization experiments. No, we had nothing to do with that. Most of us were only starting out in science back then. The Chernobyl zone was not used as a testing site for experiments until 1989. STALKER is a coded acronym which we use to mark agents programmed for particular missions. Your mission as our agent was to kill Strelok and his group. They got too close to finding out things they shouldn't know. We created a network of psi fields on the way to the zone center in order to recruit agents. You know one of these fields by the name of Brain Scorcher. When a stalker attempts to reach the zone center in order to fulfill some wish, we acquire control over his consciousness and program him to a specific mission. A mistake was made, and your mission was to kill yourself. The transports we use to send our marked agents into the zone. They infiltrate the stalker community
Here's something
and carry out our orders without realizing it. Unfortunately, more than half of stalkers die during transportation. The zone is very unstable. You are one of our agents sent to kill Strelok, and we're now trying to work out how we made that mistake. That depends on you. The zone is growing. We are trying to restrain its expansion, but humanity seems to be intent on hindering our work. Our resources are not limitless, and the bodies connected to sea consciousness eventually die. If you join us, we can restrict the zone's growth. If you decide otherwise, we cannot make a credible prognosis of the outcome.
All right, chat. I'm inclined to say we tell this guy to go screw himself, but what do you think? I did drop a save relatively close, so if I want to see the Antler ending, which if you guys want, I'd be okay with. I could just reload it earlier. Well, if no one's gonna adjust otherwise, screw you, I'm not helping you. So... that was the way I came, so I'm guessing this is the way that I must go.
Убили мне!
This shotgun is taking up far more than it's worth, so I'm just gonna ditch it. I do have to wonder who the most, what the most, like, unusual case of a VTuber graduating is. Like, I don't think there's any VTubers who graduated because they were, like, arrested or whatnot. I know that there's VTubers who've actually died.
Нету его здесь. Получай. Все.
I mean, there's... That is one well-balanced I was going to say that was one well-balanced shell casing box. I'm hoping that doesn't mean I have to jump from those two, because that's going... Enemies with health medkits. It's almost like the game is telling you. Of course, the game gives me that NPC. These whole stat, as just as I was about to say, that the game was saying, you know, if you didn't think this far ahead, tough luck. Stairs. They would have been a lot better throwing any one of those, like, controller enemies at me. That's different. I let's see here.
Marked one? What the hell?
Would have been funny if he was doing something embarrassing when that happened, like... Okay, that's not like a glitch or anything, at least. there's like a game that's considered like a really bad option for VTubers to play in terms of it was like, no matter how big the VTuber is, if they play this game, like it'll kill ratings for them. And I don't just mean like it'll get them like banned, so that would kill their ratings. I say this because like the reason Toonami does not play like subbed anime, even though with like they could like, for example, play like Dragon Ball. They could have played Dragon Ball Super, for example, the same day new episodes dropped in Japan, was because they said subbed anime were rating killers. So I'm wondering if like there's something similar for like streams. Yeah, like, subbed anime. Another thing they said was a bit of a rating killer, they said wasn't good for ratings, was sports anime. Which, I can understand something like slow-paced, like, hypothetically, like, if a golf anime was out, I could understand, but I would have guessed Kuroko no Basket would be a good fit, which I can vouch for that anime. I mean, Toonami does largely show dubbed anime, but I think it's more like because it's on TV, like, you can't, like, pause it and, like, read the sub if it's something like Monogatari or something, but... And also, like, because they mainly show action programming as opposed to, like... I think this is the ending. I did it.
I don't know whether I was right or wrong. I guess I'll never know. But I made it. And I guess I should be thankful for that.
He's not dead, don't worry. I know he appears in the sequel. All of Priyat. Although fun... Huh? Or maybe not. Let's see what that's at the end of this portal. I think I'm done with the main story, so I'm gonna drop a save here, and I'll just see what that's at the end of this. Okay, I think I have to go through the tunnel. Where am I? I think I'm at the back of the gate, at the start of the game. You know what? I have one bit of unfinished business to take care of. Looks like I got dropped near the starting area. Anyways, the unfinished business I have left. You may recall how there was that one monster who... There was that one controller, I believe, who curb stomped me and I ended up running away from. I think it's time I wrap up that loose thread, wouldn't you say? Let's go back to the first guy and speak to him. Maybe he has a med kit or two. I say this because while I do have a science one, having a regular one would be nice. Who knows? Maybe he's got some nice new weapons to sell me because I've beaten the game.
So you're back. Not bad. All right, well, drop by if you get any more. Good hunting, Stalker.
Kinda wish the anomalies would disappear since I've beaten the game. Like, I'd say that would be a fair trade-off since... Off when you. Would have hoped one of them had, like, some regular grenades on him, but...
Эх, вот всегда бы такая пруха была. Это если прикинуть... Ага, точно. 3-4 таких похода, как вчера. Да если бы еще хабар не хуже. И все. Завязываю с зоной нахрен.
One thing I'm glad it's not copied from Fallout out in this game is, well, the faction system, because or more specifically how like factions recognize armor, or because I probably would have been shot on sight if that was the case, since, you know, military. Let's see here. It was the aggro prom, if I'm not mistaken. Were you not private, your medkit will be of great service in ensuring that I get rid of that controller from the Agro-Prom Institute. Almost headed to the wrong facility. I'm just hoping that one of these guys has, like, grenades or something, because, like, while I do have 2 grenade rounds, I would not be surprised if I end up missing with one. I kind of feel like it should be around this area by now. Maybe that means I already killed it? was around this area. Yeah, it was. I think that means they're dead. That controller is dead. Maybe let's just broken, but you know what? It has served me well. Just like this game has served me well for this series. I'll just see what's at the top of the stairs, then I will go back topside. Nothing. Yeah, I think I did actually. I might have killed it. Or alternatively, the military could have, since... Yeah. Kind of wish they gave you, like, some actual loot. Okay, I think I know the best place to, like, end this. Namely, why not get a drink?
Твою... Пацаны...
I think where I was dropped, not the off was that area where I went through the dark valley earlier in the game after I like escaped with the documents from Lab X18. on second thought, hanging out with the folks at Garbage is a perfectly suitable old backup choice.
Все, музыкальная пауза. Оружие убрал? Пошла жара!
Thought that was a breakable box. But yeah, I think this is where I will end the series. But the question is, but I think I need something to like act as a proper way to reflect. I think I have exactly the music for that sort of thing. Stalker was a game that I had long known, but had never really given the time of day to. In hindsight, I regret not trying it sooner. Is it flawed? Certainly, it's got quite a few bugs, but it is something that you can manage. I don't think the game crashed like excessively, even if I was to compare it to especially when you were to compare it to, say, an unpatched Bethesda game. From what I've heard, the other games are Clear Sky anyway is similarly buggy, if not more so, but Culprit isn't nearly as buggy as either. I look forward to playing both. Were I to do things differently, I probably would have chosen some different settings and maybe different choices on certain quests. But I am very happy with the options that I took on this playthrough. From the bottom of my heart, to everyone who joined, either throughout the entire series, or watching this through the form of VODs, or just tuned in for one episode and never saw this again, in which case you probably aren't hearing this. Thank you. I will return next week with an entirely new series. What that series is, only time will tell. And the poll results. But until then, I am Andreas Rebel, and I will see you next assignment.